Serving 26 schools across more than 500 square miles, Pulaski County Special School District is one of the largest school districts in the state of Arkansas. Our district strives to help each student discover his or her full potential while preparing students for life and cultivating future leaders. PCSSD continues to strengthen the relationship between its public schools and the community. Our district is committed to creating a nationally recognized school district that assures that all students achieve at their maximum potential through collaborative, supportive, and continuous efforts of all stakeholders. The schools participating in this football game are members of the Arkansas Activities Association as authorized by their school board. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students in competitive activities for the schools that are members of the AAA. The Arkansas Activities Association, which is sponsoring this football game, is a voluntary nonprofit educational association of some 500 junior and senior public and private high schools of Arkansas. The regulations which guide these events are adopted by the schools themselves and determine the type of program they believe to be most desirable for high school youth. The Arkansas Activities Association is one of 50 state organizations that belong to the National Federation of High School Associations. This association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for inter-school competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility which correspond to those recommended by the National Federation. The Arkansas Activities Association recognizes that athletes represent more than themselves in athletic competition. They represent their team, their fellow students, their teachers, and the community. Athletes who display good sportsmanship reflect high moral standards.
Welcome, football fans, to Maumelle Hornet Football on the PCSSD Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. I'm Steve Henson, voice of the Maumelle Sports Network, along with my broadcast partner tonight, Trip Keeter. And let me introduce tonight's crew. On production, we're going to have our friend Kayla Fletcher, as always, for our Maumelle Sports Network. And then on main cam tonight will be my guy, Jim Shepard. And on our field cam tonight will be my wife, Kristen Henson, and we are excited to bring you some 5A Central matchup. And as you heard as I was going through that, a little change tonight. We don't have Andy with us tonight, as Andy had to work that job that pays him real money. And so I've got my buddy Trip Keeter with us tonight. Trip making his debut on the headset. Trip, how you doing, man?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful. Steve, it is an honor to join you here tonight at Mills with Maumelle football. I am absolutely stoked. I'm speechless, man. Speechless.
Well, you can't be speechless, or we're going to be in trouble. So definitely.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'll be fine.
But, man, this is going to be a lot of fun, and the nerves will go quickly, I promise you. Once we get rolling, once they start snapping the football down there, it becomes a whole nother world, and it's just second nature if you know the game. So we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm excited to have you on the call with us tonight, man, and we're looking forward to this one. A big ball game, obviously. Two PCSSD rivals in this ball game. Mills moves up to 5A this year. You're familiar with them, being a Heber Springs guy. You've seen some of Mills over the years, and so you know what this Maumelle team's getting into. And this is a 5-0 Mills team that comes into this game just absolutely rolling.
Absolutely. I told you before the game that over the few years that I've seen Mills as they were in the 2-4A conference, they have been building an arsenal of absolute talent, size, and, of course, swagger. They will tell you that they are beating you.
Yes, they will.
So the question is for Maumelle is how will they respond? How can the Hornets respond to this talent? It's all it comes down to, it's football. Who wants the ball more? Who wants to win more? It's all about heart. Hard work beats talent every single time.
Yeah, and to your point, I got to watch these two teams square off in a team camp over the summer, and if you've ever been part of team camps, you understand that that's a different world. You guys you're so ready to hit other people, and you're kind of limited on how you can hit people. And I was at a team camp out at PA over the summer, and both of these teams were at it, and there was a little skirmish.
Yeah.
The Maumelle hit a quarterback in a game in team camp. You never, they're off limits in team camp. And so that, to your point, that is a huge question mark in this game. I think if you ask teams or coaches or anyone across the state, some of the one thing that may hold back this Mills team, and even that may hold back a Maumelle team, is their discipline. Can they keep everything, between the white lines and stay, composed and not let those moments when if Jabray Shaw breaks off with a big run, he's going to celebrate. If you're Maumelle, get back to the sideline and you go the other way and put 6 on the board and just shut them up that way.
Absolutely. Football is a physical and emotional game, so it's going to be tough for both teams to keep those emotions only on the field and, of course, keeping those emotions intact. So in case any punches are thrown or pushing and shoving, we don't want any extracurricular activities going on tonight. All we want is football. So I think that is another extra challenge for both teams tonight.
Absolutely. You look out, and we'll look out across kind of the way this sets up. So I've been joking with our coaches down there on the field. We're kind of rolling with a skeleton crew tonight. No Weston Pierce at quarterback tonight. He's out. If we had one more day until a game, we would maybe see Weston, but Weston did not get cleared. He will not play tonight. James Whitley, your tackle leader, your captain on the defensive side, your number one linebacker, he's going to miss about the next month of the season with an elbow injury. Elijah Newell's another guy. Elijah has really come on as a number 2 receiver for this team. Elijah Newell is out for the year. He's got an injury as well that's going to keep him out for the year. We hate to hear that. I was down there. I know Elijah's in good spirits and looking forward to getting rehabbed and being ready for basketball season. But losing Elijah out there is going to put even more pressure on a wide receiver core that we've watched try to grow up right in front of our eyes. A guy like Cato Hunter tonight is going to be huge, 6'4", 185 pounds. He's going to be able to match up. I would assume Anton Pierce will draw the assignment defensively on Cato, and that'll be a mismatch for Cato because Anton obviously committed to Army. Cato's Anton's a big-time talent, and so that's going to be a tough matchup for Cato. We'll see how that goes, and then. I'm losing my train of thought on the other piece that we're missing tonight. Oh, Amari Rogers. Can't forget Amari, tight end. Amari Rogers also out this week as well. All of our guys, I've talked to them down on the sidelines tonight. They're all in good spirits, ready to go. And I'll tell you this, Trip, I was down there watching Jason Barham, number 7. He's going to get the start at quarterback tonight for the Hornets. And Barham, he looks good. If we can get Jason Barham going throwing the football, this is going to be a fun night for the Hornets.
Absolutely. And watching both teams warm up earlier, Maumelle was in full pads. They were fully dressed. They are locked in and they are ready. And I can tell you one thing, Steve. What the coaches are telling the Hornets right now, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to win this game? Because this is a big game. This is a really good Mills team. I think they're undefeated on the year. Is that correct?
5-0. Yep.
Absolutely, yeah. So that is huge. They could have a big win tonight. If they answer that question, how bad do you want it?
Yeah. As we look across some interesting stats as we get ready for this game, last week's loss to Pine Bluff, 26-0, was the first time that this Maumelle team has been shut out in 45 straight games. It had been since 2017, the last time this team didn't put a point on the board. Another interesting stat, it doesn't matter because these two teams haven't played since 2019, but in the last 3 matchups between these two teams, Maumelle has outscored Mills 137-8. So Maumelle has dominated this game. I have a feeling that Mills probably wants to get a little bit of that out and maybe take a little bit of that out on the scoreboard, and I wouldn't put it past them tonight as good as this offense is.
Yeah, like I said, over the years, Mills has been building an army. They have so much talent. Walking up here, I was walking past some of the players. Those are grown men almost on the football field. So that's a huge challenge, honestly, for the Hornets.
Well, and I mean, you look, Derek Murdoch is a guy, linebacker. He kind of plays all over the place for Mills. Leads the state in sacks with 7. Jabray Shaw, everybody knows the name Jabray Shaw. He was the catalyst for this team. They got to 5-0 last year. Jabray got hurt. It was this week last year. Jabray gets hurt. They come out in week 6 or in week 5. and kind of went downhill from there, finished the season 6-5. They're looking to turn a different corner this year and not finish that way this year. Jabray Shaw, he leads the state or is in the top 5, and it seems like every single category. Interceptions, touchdowns, scoring. That's a guy that you're not going to stop Jabray Shaw. You got to try to limit him, but you look at guys like I said, Anton Pierce. That's another guy, Army commit, wide receiver, safety. Big, imposing athlete. He's a guy you've got to be able to account for. But this team goes with Achilles Ringo, the quarterback, class of 2024, 405 yards passing against that Whitehall defense last week. That young man can absolutely ball out for Mills.
Absolutely. Achilles is an interesting name. That's how you know that is an absolute warrior out there. So, very well timed, too, because we have been studying Greek mythology back in college.
There you go.
And you said Anton Pierce is committed to Army.
Yes.
You have to be a hard-nosed player to play for the military schools. So I'm excited to watch these guys play. I'm excited to watch them take the field.
And you look at Anton last week, he was the catalyst. So this was a team that was down multiple times to Whitehall. At one point, 19-0 to open that ball game up. Anton Pierce took over. He had a 40-yard touchdown catch. 2 plays later on defense, he had an interception. 4 plays later, he had a touchdown catch, and suddenly it was 19-14, all because of Anton Pierce and Achilles Ringo. And so he can take a game over. Jabray Shaw can take a game over. You know what we haven't talked about? Charleston Collins. This is a young man that has offers from everybody. You talk about a kid whose recruiting just exploded over the summer. Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, LSU. If they're a name school, he has an offer from them. That's a young man. Not only is he going to come off the defensive end, they line him up at tight end. They'll line him up at H-back. He is a physical menace. And I compared him when I was out here at a couple of practices. He reminds me of my guy Nico Davier. He's got the motor. He's got the ability. He's got the size. He's every bit as good as Nico is. And we saw Nico on the field for the Razorbacks against A&M on the defensive line last week as a freshman. So we know just how good Nico is.
Yes.
Charleston's got every bit of that talent as a junior. He's still got another a year and a half left to play here at Mills.
I got 2 words for Charleston. Woo pig. Yeah. I'm a diehard Razorback fan for those of y'all who don't know me. So hopefully he stays home.
Yes.
He stays in his home state. But the fact that he's getting offers from Alabama and Georgia and all those schools that you've mentioned, big name schools, that shows you that this guy's good.
Yeah.
He's going to be good.
Well, and you look across as well. Like even we talked about Anton Pierce. You know, Anton's a young man that's committed to Army. But he's had opportunities. He's been visited. He just got done visiting LSU over the weekend. He visited Memphis the weekend before that. So he's got a lot of opportunities. Boy, these gnats are something else up here on the roof all of a sudden.
They're all going after you, too.
I feel like I'm going to smell bad all of a sudden because I'm being attacked by gnats. But my goodness gracious.
Let's see if I can back you up here.
But this is going to be a good ball game, man. As you know, obviously the offense might be – well, that's what I was doing. I wanted to look this up, so I caught myself, and let me scroll down and find this just so I don't misquote what was said. But, you know, talking to Coach Maupin last night, you know, I asked him, I said, anything that we can expect different with Jason Barham at quarterback? Barham's a little more athletic than Weston. Weston's a better passer. But so you wonder if you'll see some different wrinkles. And his exact quote to me was, no, sir, we're going to be us, next man up mentality, but also playing to each player's individual strengths. So talking to Maupin down there, he knows it's an uphill battle tonight. He knows how good this team is, but he knows he's got a good team over there on that Maumelle sideline, and we've got an opportunity to likely shock some people in the state tonight if we can win this ball game.
Absolutely. Like I said, once again, how bad do you want it? I bet you that's what he's telling them right now.
Absolutely.
So, you know, next man up, that's the mentality right now for this Hornets team.
All right. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back on our pregame show, we'll take a look at the other PCSSD Sports Network matchups, as well as our Natural State Sports games to watch across the state this week. All right, welcome back to our pregame show, and let's take a look at our other PCSSD Sports Network matchups tonight. And we'll start over in Sherwood, the home of the Sylvan Hills Bears. 0-4, 0-3 in the 6A East. Not a great start for the Bears this year, and that's our Natural State Sports Game of the Week. You guys will be able to watch that on the Sylvan Hills Bears Sports Network as well as our Natural State Sports channel. They're facing off with the number 12 Sheridan Yellow Jackets, who are 2-2, 2-1 in SEC and 6A East play. Sheridan enters coming off their first shutout since 2016, a 49-0 win over Jacksonville. Sheridan sitting at 2-2 overall, tied for the fourth spot in the 6A East with Benton. Sylvan Hills, the struggles continue. I was talking to Coach Hill this morning when I was over there doing setup, and he feels good about where they were. I don't know that you could have a worse start than they did against West Memphis last week. Their first 10 plays was a fumbled snap that West Memphis recovered for a touchdown. Another fumbled snap that West Memphis recovered, but it was, thankfully, there was a penalty, a false start on Sylvan Hills to overturn that. Then they had 3 consecutive false starts. Then they had a big run that got called back because of a hold. Then they had another false start, then a 7-yard run and a punt. Their first 10 plays could not have gone any worse. So you got to believe that that's going to be the key for them tonight, is to start fast against Sheridan, and we'll see if they can. Offensively, a lot of people don't like that wing T power type offense that he runs. I know a couple weeks ago they didn't throw one pass in their loss to now I go blank. A couple weeks ago in their loss, but they didn't throw one pass in that ball game against Searcy in a game that they lost. But their offense is scoring right around 24 points per game. It's the defense that's letting them down, giving up 40 points a game right now. Benton put up a ton against them. A good squad, obviously. West Memphis puts up 35 against them last week, and so just a struggle for Sylvan Hills right now. We hope to see them bounce back and get a victory over the Yellow Jackets tonight. And the question right now is, can Chris Hill get things turned around before it's too late? Because it doesn't get any easier in the 6A East. In our 5A Central games, number 18, the Valonia Eagles, travel over to Robinson to take on the Robinson Senators. And you guys, the number 2 ranked Robinson Senators, you guys can watch that one on the Robinson Sports Network YouTube. And Robinson just rolling 58 points a game in conference play through 2 games. They've scored over 40, 49 and 46 in the first half of both of their first 2 conference games against Morrilton and Watson Chapel. I don't expect that to change much anymore. Noah King-Freeman, he scored 4 touchdowns each in the last 2 games this season, or in the first half. Sophomore Quentin Murphy, who's got offers from Oregon, Tennessee, Arkansas, just about everybody out there, he's thrown 4 touchdowns in the first half of each of the last 2 games as well. Quentin Murphy's been on it. You know, Valonia comes off a bye week after a fairly surprising win over Pine Bluff in my mind. They went down to Pine Bluff, and they handled Pine Bluff 30-12. A Pine Bluff team that really impressed me against Maumelle last week. And so I'm really curious to see how that game works out. I was telling somebody earlier, I think the one thing about Valonia, if you can take away the middle of the field, you can take them out. Robinson's got 2 guys in the middle that can handle that. Tank Reese, freshman linebacker, is absolutely just an absolute stud, second leading tackler on the team. Senior Ashton Williams, another stud senior linebacker. He leads the team in sacks. I think he's in tackles and sacks, 5th in the state in tackles, I think 3rd in the state in sacks. He's an absolute animal. I think they're going to have a good feasting night against Valonia across the middle. That game may be close for a half, but I think Robinson's going to run away with that one.
Absolutely.
Another big one, number 24, Watson Chapel, and the number 17, Morrilton Devil Dogs. Watson Chapel, Maurice Moody got his work cut out for him. He moved down there from Jacksonville. They got a big win in week 0. Since then, they've lost 4 straight. And last week, they ran into the buzzsaw that was the Robinson Senators, and just not a lot you can do there. Morrilton's a mystery. We got to see Morrilton a couple of weeks ago when I called the Robinson-Morrilton game. And they're a physical team. They'll run the ball on you. They can throw it just enough. Last week had a 14-0 lead over BB and ended up losing 20-14 in overtime. And so we'll see how they respond to that, because that is a good Morrilton team that's just found some struggles here in its conference plays gotten started. But they sit at 1-2 with an opportunity to do some work. And let's see, we do a national anthem. It looks like it. So
yep,
we are going to cut to our national anthem, and we'll be right back on our pregame show.
the PA announcer.
Okay, sorry guys. I thought we were headed down for the national anthem. We're going to give them just a minute to get that started. I'll talk about our last game. Just kidding. Here we go. Now we're going to go to the national anthem.
Remain standing until the national colors have been posted and the national anthem is finished. We present to you tonight the Mills University Studies High School Junior All CC Color Guard team. Tonight's commander carrying the national colors is Cadet Captain Jada Good. The Arkansas flag is carried by Cadet Second Lieutenant Tanasia Highshaw. Rifleman Cadet Private Kalia Johnson. And Rifleman Cadet Corporal Audrina Lucky. We ask that you all please remain standing while both teams play.
All right, welcome back, folks, as we are just about 4 minutes away from kickoff as our colors leave the field. So great job to the band on the national anthem, and we'll talk about our last game. So, Trip, I think this is going to be the best game in the 5A Central tonight. There's some ball games tonight. This one's got a potential to be really good, but that BB Pine Bluff game could be really interesting. BB sitting at 4-1, 2-1 in conference. Pine Bluff 3-1, 2-1 in conference. Some separation is going to happen in that game. This is a BB team that's been winning by defense. They lost their quarterback in the Mills game, lost him to a dislocated hip, out for the year, and so they have figured out ways to win in tight games. Last week against Morrilton, down 14-0, to come back and win that in overtime, 20-14, and got to stop right at the goal line just to hold on to that win. So. Looking forward to that ball game. Pine Bluff really surprised me last week. Coach Williams is doing a fantastic job down there, changing the culture, getting things going. They've got athletes. I know people want to talk about some of the guys that are here playing for Mills that have come up from Pine Bluff or that are at Watson Chapel or at Whitehall and other places, but Pine Bluff's got some guys. Courtney Crutchfield, I've seen him since his freshman year playing basketball in the state tournament. An amazing young man, but Austin Dindy, a guy that's just incredibly talented. They're really, really good, and they've got some great quarterback play. So I'm excited to see how that game plays out. I think you can watch that game over on the BB Badger Network. If you want to watch that one, that'll be a good one as well. And then I know there's a game that you were going to be at tonight, but stole you away to be on the broadcast with me. But your alma mater, Heber Springs, is matching up with Bald Knob tonight.
Yes, it is the second year in a row where the Panthers will travel to Bald Knob, but because of conference realignment, kind of changed that up a bit. Last year, the Panthers won on a last-second touchdown, Easton Cusick to Parker Brown, literally with a second left in the game. The game was tied at 7-7 at that point. So, and the rivalry between Heber Springs and Bald Knob dates back to the early to mid-'60s. So it's a long-time rivalry between these two schools. Probably going to be a very good game for both teams.
We're going to go down to our coin toss real quick, and we'll see. We'll let them talk to us for a minute.
take care of black folks. Let's have a good ball game. I talked with both coaches. They have already told me what they would like to do. So now the choice is
Maumelle.
would you like heads or tails? Heads is hard. It is heads.
Number 60,
Joel
Joel Gurney. Number 68, number 58, Achilles Pate.
White has won the toss.
54,
They have chose to
Tucker Colt.
defer to the second half. All right,
And number 40, Matthew McGarrett.
So they're starting.
All right, so we are ready for football as our captains make their way off the field.
Mills won the toss.
And Mills has won the toss,
Tonight's
and
official.
they've elected to receive. Is that what they said? I missed it. Totally missed it. You and I were chit-chatting. I missed that.
Yeah.
But,
Line judge.
That should have been my job. I was supposed to be watching this coin toss. My bad.
no, it's all good.
I'm supposed to be the analyst here, and I wasn't even analyzing.
So Mills will receive the ball. I believe that was what we had happen. And I'm going to jump over here
To the game with the overall record of 2-2.
and try to get my YouTube up. Remember, you guys, we are an interactive broadcast, so you guys feel free to jump in the YouTube comments and let us know how you're feeling about the broadcast tonight.
Come on in.
And I'm going to get rid of that.
Great coaching staff led by Coach Cortez.
So you guys will be able to hear PA announcer Reggie Swinton all night long as we're up here on the roof right next to the speakers. So
And he is a character. He really is a character.
he will call the game as a PA announcer. It is an interesting way to do it, but it works for them. And so we are ready. He'll get the fans going. He'll get the crowd, even the ones up here on the hill. It's always an entertaining experience
Yes.
here at Mills. So hopefully that doesn't distract us too much as we try to call this game. You guys have to hear too much of it.
He's having the fans practice their first down chant. That's amazing.
We are on the roof of the press box here at Mills, so
Yes.
not quite the friendly confines of Maumelle High School in our press box. We'll get to welcome Robinson there next week, so we'll be excited about that. But we got a big one here. We're about to see our Hornets run out of the. They don't have the Hive tonight. We're going to run out through the banner.
The Hive, huh?
Yeah, we got a new blow up. We dubbed it the Hive last week.
That is so cool.
And new jerseys that everything didn't go as we wanted. And here come your Hornets as they bust through the banner, and we are ready for football as here comes Mills in just a
They're
minute.
almost ready. Their banner says "SWAT the Hornets." Very original, but here they come.
Led by, I believe that is Anton Pierce with the flag leading the team out. And
Absolutely. That's what I did in high school. I was the flag runner.
there you go.
Mama didn't let me play football, so I had to do something else.
All right, so I would assume we'll see Anton Pierce back to return this, as well as Jabray Shaw. And again, you guys make sure you hit the subscribe button. I know we get a lot of people watching the games. You guys hit that subscribe button. The more subscribers we have, the better, and the more people we can get these broadcasts out to.
Absolutely. And I want to give a quick shout out to a few friends of mine. I got a lot of people spanning the globe, literally from California to Texas to Mexico to right here in Arkansas to Florida. I got connections everywhere.
That's
Steve.
fantastic.
So I got a lot of friends and family watching tonight. I love every single one of y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight.
We'll jump over here, and I'll put this up full screen for you.
They are on the chat.
There you go. So there.
That's my boy Nate, and that's my boy Cameron.
Well, excited
What's up,
to have
fellas?
them in, and like I said, we will do our best to keep up with what's on our comments here. We are a very interactive broadcast. Keep it clean in the comments. Have a lot of fun.
Watch it, guys.
So let's see. It looks like to kick it's going to be Noah Gurney. And back deep to return is not Pierce. I believe it's going to be
number 8, I believe, and number
15 is Daniel Brown. So Daniel Brown and Jabray Shaw.
I tell you, the ones on the Mills jerseys look suspiciously like 7,
They
so
do.
this is going to be a little bit hard to read.
And the 0s and 8s look exactly the same as well.
Absolutely.
So Gurney puts the left foot into it, and we're ready for football, and it'll be over the head of Daniel Brown. And Mills will start this drive from the 20-yard line.
And Steve, you feel this wind, this light breeze coming in. This is football weather. Fall is here. I almost said spring is here. I'm thinking Punisher too early. Fall is here. Football season is here. This is football weather. Friday Night Lights in Arkansas. couldn't imagine being anywhere else.
Boy, you're not kidding it. You mentioned the Punishers, so again, you guys make sure you follow anything Arkansas Punishers you can on social media or local semi-pro team. And we've got a nice Punishers flavor between you up here with us, TJ down on broadcast or on production for the Mills, and then Chris Goodman is doing play-by-play on our Robinson broadcast tonight.
Both my bosses are on the broadcast tonight.
All right, so here we go as Ringo gets the snap. He'll hand this one away to Jabray Shaw. Jabray trying to get around Rawls, and a good job there by Rawls as well as number 8, Karsten Hilliard on the tackle.
He had a good cut there. He looked like he was about to go for maybe another 10 yards, but nice stop by the Maumelle defense there.
Rawls with 3 interceptions, second on the team, one behind DeMontre Clegg, who has 4, and that's potentially a state leading number as there's been a little bit of a discrepancy on Jabray Shaw's 5. So Ringo in the backfield. He's got to believe Daniel Brown off to his right. Now Ringo calling out an audible to his wide receivers. He gets the snap. He wants to go deep. He's going to go deep.
Look,
he
out.
Overthrew it a little bit, but a great adjustment. And knocked it away. Great play there by Clegg. He heard me say his name, and now look at Mop get out there and let him have it. Mop coaching hard, and a good job there by Clegg. I thought Clegg was going to pick that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought the receiver was going to catch that too, probably make a big play.
Yeah, and that's, I'll tell you, that's something Mills can do. They live off the busted plays. They are.
Yes.
If you get a broken play, they figure out a way to make it work, and they will hit you hard. So Ringo gets the shotgun snap. They're going to run the screen to Pierce. Pierce gets around the first man. That was Crawford, and now he'll be tackled by Clegg. But Pierce is going to pick up the Acre Pharmacy first down.
Well, I thought he was going for a 6. That screen pass, that is dangerous.
Yes.
That is dangerous, and it's really hard to defend. Glad Maumelle got the stop there.
So
I need
Ringo,
the Mills roster. Give it.
yeah, here you go. Oh, wait, you got one there. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, so Ringo in the shotgun gets the snap. A busted play. Now he's going to throw it deep. All alone is number 6 who makes the catch. Off to the races as Crawford going to throw him down at the 3-yard line. But a busted coverage by the Hornets is going to lead to another Acre Pharmacy first down, and Mills is in the red zone.
And we don't have a name for number 6 on our rosters here.
I do not. I may have to make a call down to Tyler.
Yeah. Might need to get that ASAP.
So Jason Crawford makes the tackle. And I did not get a number there. So Mills now set up, and you'll look to see them go into that power formation now. Would not be surprised to see big number 10, Charleston Collins, on the field. He's not out there now. Yeah, he is. Left up back. He's over there on the left side of the scrimmage. And QJ King has come in at quarterback. Murdoch next to him, and this is their power package. King over his head, snapped it over it. QJ got to chase it down. Now the Hornets are all over him, but QJ going to try to do something with it. Timmons waiting on him, and QJ takes a knee at the 21-yard line and a break for the Hornets here.
Man, when you're thinking they're about to go QB run up the middle, the snap absolutely blew it and brought him back to the 21.
And you got to feel bad for their center because you take a 6'4" Ringo out, and you put a 5'7" QJ King at quarterback, and things happen like that.
Absolutely.
So 2nd and goal now, all the way back at the 21-yard line, as now they go back to a traditional set. Ringo at quarterback, Daniel Brown to his right, trips to the near side. Snap from Ringo, fakes it to Brown. Now he's going to step up, wants to take off, trying to be chased down. They're going to run him to the sideline and out of bounds. Good defense there as Rawls pushes him out, and that was a great job by the Hornets to keep him in front, not let anybody get behind him open.
Ringo was kind of trotting to the sideline there. He didn't look like he wanted to go upfield at all.
You know, the interesting thing about Ringo is a lot of people, he is a dual threat quarterback, but he wants to throw the ball. He's a guy that wants to throw for 300 a game. He doesn't really get too caught up in the rushing yards.
It looks like he's kind of mimicking the cowboy collar look here where he's got like a towel on the back of his jersey there.
So 3rd and goal from the 20. Ringo gets the snap. He's going to look over the middle. He had Shaw, but he's got pressure. Ball is knocked away from behind. Great job by B.J. Beats, as well as number 23, Devine, in there in the backfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down, and Mills will go for this as they do not have a kicking game.
I tell you, the Hornets were swarming here. Pun absolutely intended. They were ready for that, and I don't think that play could have gone any better for Maumelle.
Well, and the pressure was huge because Jabray Shaw was open on a post right over the middle of the field, and if Ringo had time, that was 6 for the Comets.
Absolutely.
So now they'll bring big Charleston Collins. He's going to line up on the far side of the field in the slot. Ringo is by himself. Single receiver number 6 to our near side.
Oh, man.
And the Hornets jump off sides, and that's going to be, well, let's see. Yeah, they're going to get the offsides. The wide receiver on this side of the field jumped as well, but the Hornets got in the neutral zone first. So Give him 5, and that'll make it still 4th and goal now from the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Ringo detected that Maumelle was being aggressive here on this drive, so he was going to exploit that in that fashion by drawing them off sides. And now they got 15 yards to score here.
So QJ King is just to the left of the line of scrimmage, or the left of the tackle. Charleston Collins in the slot. I believe that's Jabray lined up wide on the far side with 6 here on our inside. Nope, that's Jabray who moved first. That's going to be a false start. Moving back another 5, another PI roofing penalty. As Jabray tried to get an early start there, and let's see if that's what they call. Dead ball, false start. So we go back to the 20.
So back and forth game, right?
Our official initially went the wrong way. And now they'll back it up to the 20 and back to 4th and goal from the 20. It's a good group watching us, 66 of you already. So
howdy.
You guys, please hit that subscribe button. All right, Ringo, we'll try this again. Gets the snap, looks left. He wants it over the middle. Pressure coming. He gets away from it. Beats chasing him down. Now trying to go to Jabray. Oh, what a catch by Jabray in the end zone for the touchdown.
What a catch.
What a play from Ringo to Jabray Shaw for the cornerstone touchdown. And boy, the Hornets had a chance to get him off the field. Couldn't do it. And just like that, Mills takes a 6-0 lead as we await the 2-point conversion.
I tell you, after all of those penalties, the Comets came through. They wanted to score, and they did. What an absolutely amazing showing of athleticism.
I tell you, I'm a little surprised because Jabray hit the pylon, and he could have been called for touching that after he went out of bounds and not setting himself back in. So Mills catches a break because I do believe, looking at the replay here, that he did kick that pylon on his way through. Now QJ at quarterback. He gets the snap. He'll hand it away to Murdoch, and Murdoch runs in easily for 2, and it's 8-0. Mills with 9:18 to go here in the first quarter.
Well, Steve, it is time for the Hornets to answer that question. How bad do you want it? Let's see that Maumelle offense take the field. Let's see if they can get some points on the board.
And you got to believe that he is. This offense wants to put points on the board. First time shutout last week. First time in 45 straight games. If you want to get that confidence back, you drive down and you score 7 right here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see, who do we got back to receive the kick?
It's going to be Alan Timmons, and I can't see who the other. It's a 2. It's a 2-something. It could be Jalen Joyner or Worsham. Nope, that's going to be Jaden Worsham as well as Timmons to return. And I think that's QJ that's going to kick off.
I believe you're right.
And watch the onside here. If you're your up men, do not turn and run until you see that ball go off his foot. So QJ set to kick. He'll kick this one deep. Timmons going to chase it down. And now Timmons is going to have to pick it up at the 6. Now Timmons tries to cut the other way, makes one man miss, makes another miss across the 15, and that's where he'll be pulled down as the 15-yard line, and the Hornets will start their first possession 85 yards from pay dirt.
Now Timmons saw the ball hit the turf. He thought he was going to go out of bounds for a penalty, but no, it stayed in bounds. It was a great kick, and he made a pretty impressive return there too.
So 1st and 10 here for the Hornets. Just a recap, 4th and 20. Achilles Ringo found Jabray Shaw in the backcourt of the end zone for the cornerstone touchdown. Derek Murdoch ran the 2-point conversion in to make it 8-0. And that's where we stand as the Hornets get their first possession. And boy, you were right a minute ago. It is an absolutely gorgeous night. The setting from up here, the moon up there. You know, we're right next to the airport, so we get lots of air traffic coming overhead. It's going to be a fun night out here.
It's really cool seeing all those planes flying by because we're literally next door to the airport.
So Jason Barham gets the start at quarterback with Whitley or with Pierce out. They'll hand this one up the middle.
Ooh.
And I think that's Anton Pierce on the tackle.
Indeed it is.
As Jalen Joyner drew the start at running back tonight. And he picks up 2 yards on the first play. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Maumelle trying to poke some holes early in the Mills defense.
And that's what they've got to do. Last week they could not get anything going on the running game, win the running game against Pine Bluff. So I'd still expect to see Barham be a bigger piece of the running game as well tonight.
Absolutely.
Barham claps. He gets the snap, and he will run on this one. Straight run to the right, but he is met immediately. And back to the line of scrimmage, maybe the 18. They might have given him a yard, and it's going to be 3rd and 7 here for the Hornets.
It looked like he wanted to run a speed option to the right, but the Mills defensive line broke into the to the pocket real quick. and got to him in the backfield.
This is a very talented defensive line for Mills, going up against a very young, sophomore-laden offensive line for the Hornets.
It's big guys versus bigger guys.
So Barham gets the snap. He's going to roll to his left. He rolls right at Collins, now throws it away, and had to try to get it over the hands of Charlie Collins and threw it around him, and that'll bring up 4th down here on the first possession. The punt team makes their way onto the field.
Well, I tell you, I believe it was number 27, Zion Smith. He was making a blitz towards the quarterback there, but it looked like he made a hands to the face trying to get off the block, but they didn't call anything.
Yeah, I'm looking down there, too. Another guy that I don't see on the field currently, number 3, Caleb Sane, and that's another super talented defender for this Mills team, and I don't see him anywhere on the sideline right now. So that may be something to keep an eye on. Now the snap gets off. Punter dropped it. He'll pick it up, kicks it away. That's Timmons punting. And making the catch, I believe, is Jabray Shaw, and it is. So Shaw catches it at the 40. Whoa. They walked that one 2, 3. Where's he going? 45.
Thought it was closer to the 50 than that.
At least the 47, but he gets a couple of free yards out of it. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Mills from the 45-yard line. And they're great field position for this second drive of the game. Mike asks, where's Weston? Weston is injured. He's not been given permission to say what the injury is, but he is out this week. Should be back next week, though. High snap to Pierce. He brings it down, hands it away to Daniel Brown. Daniel Brown gets around Devine. A PI roofing penalty's thrown. Likely going to be a hold on Mills, as Devine was right there ready for the tackle, and I think he got yanked away from it, and that should be a hold and a 10-yard penalty on the Comets.
Tell you, I thought that flag was the ball for a second. I thought it was a high-flying fumble.
I'd have taken that, too. Actually going to be a block in the back. And that block in the back was thrown at the 50, so they're going to walk this off from the 50. Well, no, they're not.
To the other 45.
Well, they walked it off just 7 yards. I'm not understanding that. But anyway, backed up to the 45. So 1st and 20 for the Comets. Trips to the near side. Single receiver is Anton Pierce to the far side of the field. Ringo gets the snap. He wants to go over the middle. Pressure coming. And the Hornets have got him in the backfield as they slam Ringo to the turf. That was 62. That's Kylan Vance in there on the sack. I believe B.J. Beats was one of the bodies in there as well for the Hornets as they swarm under for the sack.
I tell you, that is a big stop for Maumelle. The Comets had 4 wideouts going long on that play. They were ready to get that 1st down. So great stop by the Maumelle defensive line.
So 2nd down in a really long time. They've not updated the down and distance on our scoreboard in a while. So 2nd down and something. They'll throw this out. That's 6 again. Spins off the first guy. Now makes a man miss. And room to run. Ball's out. Ball's out, but Mills, no, ball's still out. And the Hornets fall on it. Big turnover for the Hornets as they pull that one away. Jason Crawford with the recovery.
Insanity. That play was absolutely insanity.
M says, awesome commentary so far, guys. We appreciate it. And, hey, watch us the rest of the season. We've been at it. We appreciate it. And I know you like to hear that too, bud.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So a big turnover here as the Hornets will take over. Much better field position than they started with, out at the 26-yard line this time. And we'll see if the offense can do something with it.
See if they can adjust their mistakes from the first drive and get some improvements from this one. What is he talking about?
I don't know.
Legendary what now?
Oh, is that Sully? That's what it is. Sully's on our sideline.
Sully's there. Okay.
They got Sully running camera tonight.
I thought I recognized that gray hair.
So Barham in the backfield. He'll put Timmons in motion, and that's where they'll go with it. Timmons cuts upfield, tries to make one man miss, and he does. Makes another miss, and going to be pulled down at the 30. He'll get 4 on the play and bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Hornets.
That was a dangerous run right there. He was holding the ball like a loaf of bread. Thought it was going to be some trouble for him. Might have caused a fumble, but nope. Got a good gain of 4 yards.
So 2nd and 6. Worsham now in the backfield for the Hornets here. Maniac McGarrah is up at the up back in place of Whitley.
His name is Maniac?
Matthew McGarrah, but we've dubbed him Maniac McGarrah. So Barham gets the snap. He'll hand this one into Worsham, and boy, Mills was in the backfield on that play. Charlie Collins, amongst other, in on that play. It's going to be a loss of 2 yards, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8.
tough break there for the Hornets. They so bad do not want to go 3 and out this time. They're dying to get some points on the board.
So Barham looks to the sideline. He's going to get the call from Coach Burcham.
Barham is leading this offense like a general down there. He's yelling at every single guy down there with him.
He looked confident in pregame, and that's what you want out of your quarterback. Barham claps, now steps back a step, and he gets the snap. He's looking to his left, now back to his right. He's going to throw it up over the top to nobody. Going to be picked off. Anton Pierce with the interception. Now Anton trying to go the other way with it. Cato almost stripped it out.
He tried to get that ball so bad.
Pierce
he wanted it back.
Brought down at the 32-yard line as Mills gets the turnover. Tough one there. I'm not sure where Barham was trying to go with that one. He forced that one in, and you're not going to force it over the hands of Anton Pierce.
I think he saw the pocket start to collapse a bit and panicked and tried to overthrow that ball, tried to throw a deep ball, and end up throwing it to Anton Pierce.
I guess that was Ento on the interception. Sorry, not Pierce. That's what the PA announcer just said. But 7 and 1 look the same too, so hard to tell. So Ringo again, Daniel Brown to his left. He's going to go with the quick screen. Picked off. Oh, man.
My.
Timmons just about had the pick six there as he jumped out in front of that one. And
he read that screen pass like a book. He was ready for that.
Looking for QJ, and that's one of their favorite plays, and they telegraph it from time to time, and Timmons was ready to take that one to the house.
And I bet if he comes down with that ball, that's 6.
Yeah.
That is undeniably a touchdown.
Timmons is that one big-time athlete that we've got. We know he reminds me a little bit of Jesse Knight from last year, a guy that was just electric with the football in his hands for Maumelle last year. So Mills will go trips to the far side of the field. QJ King is the only receiver here to the near side. Daniel Brown and Ringo in the backfield.
Got 4 wideouts there for Mills.
Just 7 seconds here. We'll see if they get this snapped. 5 seconds.
They get it off.
Now Ringo looking over the middle. He's going to step up, and he's hit, tripped, and taken down. And Ringo looked upset. He jumped up like he had something to say to somebody after that play. I don't know if it was his lineman or a Hornet. Either way, it works as a sack back at the 35-yard line. Pace is going to get credited for that sack.
That's a big-time stop, big-time sack.
So Pace comes off the field. They'll bring some rushers in, as I believe that's Eric Young. 64 or 54, I can't tell. Might be Tucker Culp. Now Ringo looking left, now over the middle, threw it behind him, and Maniac Magera couldn't hold on to it as he drops the interception, and that'll bring up a 4th down for the Comets.
I swear, this ball, it looks like they're playing a video game out there. That ball's flying all over the field, bouncing in and out of everybody's hands. This is a fun game so far, man.
That was something.
He wanted it so bad too. He was about to die for that ball.
He just led that right behind Charleston Collins. Collins couldn't adjust for it, and McGarrett couldn't hold on to it. 4th down and 13.
He was alone in the
Here comes the pressure. Oh, he's got him, man. That's Pierce. Pierce is going to make the catch, and Clegg will ride him down to the 15-yard line, and that'll be a Acre Pharmacy 1st down for the Comets.
Big-time catch for Pierce. The Hornets were coming. They were coming at Ringo fast. He had to get rid of that ball real quick. And that looks like Ringo's going down to the sideline as well.
They're going to bring QJ in then, and they'll run a little more of they'll bring QJ in to run it more than likely here. QJ can throw it now. He's not, and Anton's asking to come out of the game. Anton may be hurt as well, and now they're going to have to call a timeout. So Mills is going to have to burn a timeout. I don't know if, and now Anton's getting looked at. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Might be a cramp. He looks like he's maybe just trying to stretch something out, so let's hope Anton's okay.
He's back on his feet.
Let's see what this is now they took his maybe a hand. I think maybe dislocated a finger or something.
You know that hurts.
Because now they're holding a hand as they bring him off the field. And let's hope this isn't anything serious for Anton.
You know, life is more than football, so you always hope that anyone who gets hurt out there is okay.
I think this is going to be a shoulder issue for Anton. The more that they hold that right side, he's going directly with the trainer, and they may go – let's see, they're going straight to the trainer's table. So let's hope Anton's okay. We'll keep an eye on that and let you know what that looks like as Mills comes back out. And, boy, go back to that 1st down or the dropped interception by McGarrett. What a big turn that was, because if you can come away with that ball, suddenly now you don't have the big first down on 4th down, and you got your offense on the field. But now QJ in at quarterback for the Comets, Daniel Brown to his right. QJ gets the snap. That's Murdoch. Sorry. He's going to go to the right side. And QJ with the speed will score the cornerstone touchdown as QJ King cannot be stopped.
Wow. One of the Hornets linemen had a fistful of his jersey there, and he just slipped away.
You know, I'll tell you, for as good as QJ is on the football field, wait till you see him on a basketball court. That young man is an athlete.
Yeah, Mills won the state championship a couple of years ago in
Yeah,
basketball.
back-to-back.
So they're good.
Yes.
They got some athletes.
And they get the benefit of being back in 4A in basketball this year, and they will absolutely dominate the 4A in basketball this year. Coach Cooper's got a squad. So QJ gets the snap, and he'll hand this one away to Murdoch, and Murdoch will waltz his way in for 2. And with 3:58 to go in the first quarter, Mills has built a 16-0 lead.
Tough break for Maumelle. They are dying to score here. They are dying to get something working out for them. And when it seems like the odds are with them, nothing. It's tough.
It's that stress moment, and you just buckle just enough to allow them to play. And you see, now I'll say this, you do see the game plan from Maupin. He is pressuring Ringo. Him and I talked about that late last night. If you can get to Ringo and you can cause him some pressure, he does struggle. No, absolutely, no question. But what quarterback doesn't, obviously, unless your name's like Johnny Manziel or something. Pressure really gets to you unless you're Johnny Manziel. Then you thrive under it. And that's something that Ringo will work on and get better at as he gets. But that is the one piece. If you can get to Ringo, you can really cause him some issues. So kickoff here by QJ. He's going to be caught by the up man and falls down at the 30 as Crawford couldn't keep his feet, and that's where the Hornets will start this drive.
Both kicks so far for Mills has been veering off to the right, and they're lucky it hasn't gone out of bounds so far. Uh-oh.
No.
Looks like we got a screen down here.
There you go. Hey, broadcast is still up. It's all good. We're good. Hey, whatever you do, don't pull it, David. No, I will not. Don't put your phone down on the on our power. So the Hornets will start this drive from the 31-yard line, and boy, this is a big moment in this game. I hate to sound too amped up about it, but this is a big moment in this football game because the Hornets, again, they haven't scored in what's almost 5 quarters straight. You need some points here.
Let's see if they can change that.
A little different look. I think that's Crawford in at quarterback, and it is. No, that's Rawls who takes the direct snap, and a good game. Best game of the night is Rawls picks up 8 out to the 38, maybe 7 to the 38-yard line.
I swear he looked like he was 10 feet tall and bulletproof. He was going to run through every single Mills comment out there.
And now this is one of the wrinkles that I figured we'd see, not this specifically, but just a change here with Rawls in taking the direct snaps. Power look as Rawls does it again. He'll go to the right side. Rawls trying to get, and he'll pick up enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down, and maybe that's what the Hornets need to get things going.
A little bit of shuffling going on there on the ground. Probably dropped the ball after he went down, but it's still a first down for Maumelle.
So 1st and 10 here for the Hornets after the Acre Pharmacy first down. And you notice they're making a concerted effort to stay away from number 10 here on this side, on the near side of the field, too.
And understandably, too.
Yeah, they're going to run right at him this time. Nice job cutting inside of him. Rawls out to midfield. A PI roofing penalty thrown. And for the moment, it's an 8-yard gain for Rawls.
Could be a hold on Maumelle. We'll see what Whitehead has to say about that.
So the flag is a sideline warning, so a break there. Did he?
On Mills.
He called that like it wasn't a warning, but it is a warning. He called almost, I thought he said personal foul, but
yeah.
Sideline warning, so next one they'll get called for it. Now, Raw, and that's going to be a false start on the Hornets. As Collins slaps the ball out. For some reason, at the end of that play, I don't know what we're doing.
Play is dead. Do whatever you want to for 2 seconds, I guess.
Did you see the adjustment there by Coach Lee as he moved Collins to the other side to try to counter the Hornets going that way? No, offside, so that's going to be an Acre Pharmacy first down. So the Hornets get a break here after the PI roofing penalty.
I like the offense that the Hornets are running here. Rawls taking the direct snap each and every play. Old-fashioned football right here by Maumelle.
Now Rawls gets the snap, trying to go to the right side. Murdoch trying to get there. Murdoch got him, but Rawls does a good job falling forward. And he'll get 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Thought they had a horse collar tackle there, but it seems it was only the jersey and not the pads.
Yeah, it looked like he had all jersey on that play, so no horse collar, but got 4, so 2nd and 6. They get 3, 2nd and 7. I may just take the headset off and let Reggie Swinton do. I don't have to pay him the $250 he wanted. So Rawls, high snap, brings it in. He'll go to the right side, gets around the block by McGarrett, and nearly has his jersey taken off. Rawls still fighting forward, and give Rawls and Acre Pharmacy first down.
He's carrying this offense right now. He said, you know what, I'll do it myself.
Man.
And that's what he's doing right now.
I tell you, Tripp, last year, I mentioned in an interview, there was a young man by the name of Jesse Knight who found his way on the offense about midway through the season, and he was just a difference maker at that position. Now we're going to get Jalen Joyner to take the direct snap as Joyner comes in. So interesting offensive set here by Coach Burcham, and now a timeout as I think Mills and Coach Lee's seen enough of this as they need a timeout to talk about it as Maumelle is doing some things that no one's seen on film so far this year.
Absolutely. Like I said, some old-fashioned football, direct snap, just running it up the middle, punching them in the mouth every single play. And they've been making some good runs so far on this drive. And with 1:43 left in the first quarter, I think they're going to get a touchdown at the end of this drive.
Well, and to that point, Tripp, I also, this is super important. One, you're giving your defense a break. But 2, the only way you're going to beat Mills in this game is to keep their offense off the field.
Right.
As good and talented as this offense is, the only way to limit Jabrae Shaw, the only way to limit Achilles Ringo and Daniel Brown and Anton Pierce is keep them off the field.
Right.
Now, that doesn't mean – because Jabrae will get his on defense too. You got to be careful of that. But again, this is exactly what you need to do if you're the Hornets. Hold on to the ball control. Get down and get 6 here, and then let your defense come out and try to get the ball back for you.
Absolutely. I love the jerseys that the Comets are wearing tonight. It's all black with the neon green numbers and white stripes on the side.
Joyner gets the snap as Mills was late getting back on the field. Now Joyner tries to bounce it outside, and Joyner still dragging. He was still going forward. They're going to blow the play dead at the 35-yard line and be a loss of 3.
He was a bowling ball on that play. I'm surprised they stopped the play there because he was still going forward progress.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised.
Now he's going to take a quick breather on the sideline.
Rawls will come back in. He'll do the direct snap. No, that's a false start. They will throw the PI roofing penalty as Rawls is wrapped up in the backfield.
They might decline that.
I believe that was number 9, Ryan White, on the tackle in the backfield there by the Comets.
Well, whatever adjustments that Mills made during that timeout is working.
Yeah.
Against the Hornets, it's declined to bring up 3rd down.
So they decline the illegal shift on McGarrett. And now Burcham, and I agree, I thought that was a false start. I didn't think it was an illegal shift because he was moving towards the ball, but instead they're going to call it an illegal shift. And that's what Coach Burcham was asking, is that not a false start? Instead, they had the opportunity to – and now we got a timeout as the Hornets are going to call a timeout. They want to talk about this for a minute. So now is where is an offense, Coach Burcham, they've got to figure out a way to adjust because Mills is adjusted defensively. You made a couple of mistakes here, and so we'll see how the Hornet offense adjusts when they come back out on the field.
And as we can see here, football is a game – it's closely similar to war and very much strategic. So right now, both teams are dissecting every single play as much as they can to see what adjustments they can make, what holes they can poke in to the other team.
Wow.
And they're
Robinson 7, Bologna 0.
you give them
Listen to
score
that score. Pine Bluff's up 14-0 on BB already.
I mean, when you think of high school football in Arkansas, what's one of the first teams you think of? You think of Pine Bluff.
Yeah, absolutely. Winningest program in state history.
Yes.
One of the winningest programs in the nation.
Impressive with a name like Zebras.
Yes. Yeah. And Coach Williams is going to get things turned around. And now you see a traditional offense as Barham will come out at quarterback here on this 3rd down and 14.
Seems like the Newt Rockney offense has been benched so far.
There's the snap. Good. And now they're trying the screen, and that man can't catch the ball. That's not the receiver. That was an offensive lineman. 67, Drake Lucier. You know, he wanted Joyner. Joyner was there. He just couldn't get it out to him. And is that Caleb Sane? No, that's Pierce. And Pierce had Cato Hunter locked up over here on the left side on that play, as Cato could not get away. And, yeah, that play was blown up from the beginning. So 4th down here, 47 seconds left in the first. Hornets are going to keep the offense on the field. Mills is going to bring the house, it looks like, as they've got both linebackers walked up. Jabray Shaw is back at the 20-yard line playing center field. They back out of the blitz as Ryan White backed out, but Sane's coming. Now they want to throw it deep. Jabray comes back, and he's got the pick. Jabray picks off his 6th pass of the year, and now they got to figure out a way to bring him down. Cato couldn't get to him. Now down the sidelines. Oh, a nice cut back inside by Jabray. A big tackle there by Evan Baumgartner for the Hornets, but Jabray Shaw gets his 6th pick of the year, and he extends his lead as in the state with that 6th interception, and Jabray brings it all the way back to the 40, and that's where Mills will start this possession.
And he knew that the offense was going long. He knew that it was 4th down, 4th and long, and the perfectly executed defense by Mills right there, bringing the house on the defensive line, coming at the quarterback quick, and then getting that interception.
It's a tough one there, and you can see it. Jabray was just sitting back there playing center field, and that's not where you want to throw it.
Mm-hmm. And watching this replay here, that was easy like Sunday morning, catching that ball, making that interception.
It looks like Clegg was the intended receiver. Clegg doesn't play a lot on that side of the ball, and that's just part of missing Elijah Noel. We had a PI roofing penalty on the play as well. Unsportsmanlike conduct. It's another sideline infraction. And so,
because Mills is getting too excited down there on the sideline.
You know, something that I've noticed that obviously gets come over here quite a bit, I'm a little surprised at the number of just random people that Mills allows on their sidelines, and that's probably part of the situation here is they typically have a lot of different people out on the sidelines, and so we'll see as now the coaches are maybe looking at Steve Sullivan like it was his fault.
What did Sully do?
A motion man here is 6. They'll give it up the middle to Brown. Brown makes a cutback, gets around McGarrett. No, he didn't, as McGarrett just held on to him to pull him down at midfield.
What a stop. I mean, I think that's Daniel Brown on the carry there.
Yeah.
You could see he was accelerating very quick. He is a quick little guy. He was about to take it to the house.
Daniel Brown is a dangerous running back, and he will take it to the house in a hurry. So 2nd down and 5 after the 5-yard gain there by Brown.
Ringo and Brown both in the backfield. They got 4 wideouts.
And that'll do it.
The quarter.
So that'll be it for the first quarter. After a quarter of play, Mills leads this one 16-0. We'll be back with more Hornet football on Natural State Sports. Come see us today at American Pie Pizza. Enjoy our pizza by the slice daily from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Or catch one of our daily specials like $2 Tuesdays and get $2 off any large pizza. Are wings more your thing? Monday nights are Wingtastic Mondays. So get all the wings you can eat for just 69 cents a wing. And don't forget about the incredible cheese dip. Then to finish it all off, be sure to grab a Pizookie or one of our other amazing desserts. So head over to 9709 Maumelle Boulevard and let our friendly staff serve you today. Call ahead at 501-758-8800 or order online at www.ampipepizza.com. Live free and eat pizza at American Pie Pizza. All right, welcome back, Hornet fans, as we're set for our second quarter of play here at the U. Looking in the comments, Christy asked, where's Amari? Amari is injured as well, and he hopefully should be back next week, but he is out for tonight's ball game as well. All right, so 2nd down and 5, and now we have another random whistle. As our officials didn't get a long enough break, so we're going to chit-chat about it for a minute.
I kind of wish they had the Jeopardy waiting music down there in the press box. We kind of need that right now.
We need to add that to our broadcast. Take note. Make a note.
Write that down right there.
I don't know that we own the copyright for that. Jeopardy might get mad.
Uh-oh. True.
So let's see. What's this discussion? As they're trying to figure out the chains, that's the issue. The chains were not measuring 10. They were measuring like 7. Now we're good. 45 to 45 equals 10.
Quick maths.
Ball's on the 50, so my Bryant math tells me it's 2nd down and 5. Apparently that's the same math here at the U. So we're ready. 2nd down and 5 for the Comets.
I believe that's Ringo and Brown in the backfield, and Ringo will take the ball.
Quick screen to QJ. QJ trying to get around the corner. He'll be ridden out of bounds. That's going to be a penalty.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's not a good decision by Demontre Clegg. As Clegg throws him out of bounds, and that's going to be a PI roofing penalty. And that's going to get 15 free ones for the Comets.
We were talking about before the game that these are two emotional teams that clearly do not like each other.
Yeah.
And so hopefully that's as extreme as it gets, but who knows? Football's it's
a weird game, man. It's a physical game.
But it's a beautiful game.
It is a beautiful game. Yes, it is. I see our athletic director, Kirk Horton, over there in the corner about the 5-yard line. I saw Kristen got a good shot of him a little bit ago. So, all right, now Ringo going to be by himself, 5 wide here, trips to the near side, 2 receivers to the far side. Ringo gets the snap over his head, off his right, and he's got to fall down on it at the 40. As Gurney was trying to get there, get the ball, but now the ball shoots away from the official. I think the officials are having a little chat with Ringo. Ringo's frustrated right now. Big loss on that one, back to the 40.
When you think Ringo is about to throw a Hail Mary, the snap goes wide right to him.
Yoshi says no copyright law in the universe should stop you. Trust me, it will stop this broadcast in a heartbeat.
That's a video game quote right there. I know exactly what he's quoting.
Well, in my world, they'll shut this sucker down in a heartbeat, so we don't want that.
Yeah, I've seen it happen before.
YouTube bots don't like it. That's a hold as
they don't call it.
Now they're going to go over the middle. QJ dropped it.
Doesn't matter.
You don't see that. That's Jabray. Wow. You do not see Jabray Shaw drop that ball often at all.
That holding was as clear as day. I'm surprised they didn't throw a flag on that.
Yeah, I think that was Candler who was trying to get to the quarterback, and boy.
They had his jersey.
Yeah, he was wrapped up. So 3rd down here, 3rd and long from the 40, but 3rd down and long, or 4th down and long, has not been kind to the Hornets. So 10:45 to go in the first half. You guys remember to join us for our Ackles halftime show. Say thanks to our friends over at Ackles.
Hornets running a man-to-man defense right here with Ringo alone in the backfield.
So Ringo gets the snap.
Here come the Hornets.
Wants to go deep for QJ. And QJ went up, tried to get it. And some good battling between the receiver and the defensive back, and that'll bring up a 4th down and long for the Comets.
Seen the QJ kind of pushed off there to get the catch, but again, no flag on Mills there.
And a good hand fight, I think, between both of them. So QJ gets his jersey adjusted. And he'll make his way back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see what Mills decides to do here. They're going to go for this. 4th down and 20. And another opportunity for the Hornets to get off the field on defense.
Nice to hear the Maumelle marching band across the field jamming out during the game.
So Ringo by himself. He'll get the snap. Hornets coming with the pressure, and they got him in the backfield. Oh, and a big hit as they're going to pull him down with the sack as that's Jalen Joyner, I believe, on the sack, and it is. Jalen Joyner gets the sack, and the Hornets will get the turnover on downs and take over at the 48-yard line.
Good stop by Maumelle there. I couldn't help but notice that Kylan Vance was a little slow to get up there. He was kind of rolling around the field and got up. Now he's just kind of slowly wobbling back to the sideline. Hope he's okay.
Vance was banged up, I think, last week as well, so I see our guy, Amari Rogers, make his way out there to the huddle to congratulate his team, and that's what you like to see. I see Weston out there as well. Weston coaching hard, and I promised our buddy James Whitley, he said he's going to work hard to coach the defense. And he's Coach Whitley tonight, so Coach Whitley over there coaching hard. He said you better have your headset on tight, or you might hear me screaming a lot tonight. So we'll see if we can hear Whitley barking out some orders.
Now that 4th down stop was a big momentum shift. Let's see how the Hornets offense can work this momentum, or maybe not.
Yeah, Hornets ran an offensive lineman and quit on late. I think Vance was probably supposed to be out there on the line, but Vance was getting looked at on the sideline, and so they ran Tucker Culp out on the line late and weren't going to have time to get the playoff. So they'll reorganize and call a timeout here. And let's see. We'll make a quick change over here.
My friend Nate says nothing wrong with a good slap boxing. I think he was referring to that kind of a slapping match going on a couple plays ago.
I want to say thanks to our friends over at Ackles Carpet One Floor and Home, as they've been a sponsor of our Maumelle Sports Network for the last 2 football seasons. We appreciate their support. Go see our friends over at Akel's Carpet One, floor and home, located at 10 Maumelle Curve Court in North Little Rock. You can call them at 501-214-0495 or akelscarpet1.com.
They are blasting the music right now.
Yeah, that might get us in trouble for copyright.
I hope not.
So here we go, 1st and 10. The Hornets go back to that power set with a, can't tell who that is. High snap, that's Worsham. And Worsham couldn't fall on it. Now he pulls it into his chest back at the 32-yard line.
That was a close one. And now a little bit of pushing and shoving there after the play. Some barking going on between both teams.
So now the Hornets will bring out their regular offense as Barham back on the field. Cato Hunter on the field. They'll make a line change on the offensive line, and Barham will have Worsham working at running back with him. So tough break there as Hornets with 10 minutes to go here. Fall way back. It's going to be 2nd down and about 23. There's a snap. Barham looks left, now back to the right, wants the screen, and Timmons couldn't catch it. There's a PI roofing penalty thrown, and that may be an ineligible man downfield. We'll see. Let's see what the call is. And they're looking over, I believe, at Coach Lee. So it looks like this one's going to be on the Hornets. And they are talking with Mills coaches.
We have a hold.
There's going to be a hold on the Hornets, so Mills will decline it, and it'll be 2nd down and a long way to go.
Quick score update
third
for you, Steve. Heber Springs is leading Bald Knob 7-6 in the 2nd quarter, and Heber Springs is driving down the field for another score.
See if Heber Springs can pick up that road victory tonight.
Got a lot of good friends there on the field for Heber Springs tonight. I'm there in spirit with them right now.
So Barham calls the audible here on 3rd down and long. He'll get the snap, rolls to his left. Oh, and a cut block out there on Collins. A good throw behind the man, almost intercepted. But out of bounds harmlessly, as that ball was intended for Jordan Candler. And that'll bring up 4th down, and the punt team will come on.
You got to rub some sandpaper on these balls. Keeps flying off of every single potential catch, and everyone keeps either dropping it or bobbling it. It's just juggling the football so far.
Yeah, that's one you need Candler to help your quarterback out on that one. It wouldn't have been a 1st down, but at least maybe you could have thought about going for it on 4th. Instead, Timmons is in to punt. And Jabray Shaw back to return. Snap is good back to Timmons. He'll get the kickoff. And that's short. It bounces in front of a Hornet. Now back off of a Hornet. That's number 42, Doug Bjork. And Mills will start this drive from the 41-yard line. And Jabray over here tapping his chest saying, my fault, I should have taken that one to the house, because Jabray believes he can take every time. He thinks he can take it to the house every time he touches it, which, by the way, he can.
I bet he can. And Doug Bjork there, he was not expecting the ball to bounce his way. See, that football does not bounce up and down, so you can't really tell where it's about to go. But it spun perfectly that it was about to keep going down towards the Mills end zone.
So Mills with 9:37 to go in the first half, up 16-0. Motion man number 6. They'll fake it there, give it to Brown. Brown trying to find a lane, nothing there. Jordan Crawford, amongst other Hornets, swarm him under for the tackle. By the way, good to see Anton Pierce on the field as well after that shoulder injury. So they got that all handled, and he's back out on the field. Gain of a yard on that play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9 from the 42.
Kylan Vance, who I mentioned on the previous drive for Mills, was punching at that ball. He is wanting to get that ball back from Maumelle.
Be big for the offense here to try to get another turnover and give yourself good field position. Game's far from over. Motion man again is 6. Ringo gets the snap. He's looking left all the way. That's where he's going. Nice curl route. Caught right on the sideline.
Might have a holding on Mills here.
QJ is going to get credit for the catch, but we'll wait and see what the dirty laundry is all about after the PI roofing penalty.
Looks like it's going against the Comets.
Only possible penalty I could think that was a hold.
And you're right. It is a hold. And the big killer for that is the penalty in high school is from the spot of the foul.
Everyone comes out to watch the football game. So let's show some love to these cheerleaders.
They'll back this one up to the 33-yard line. So 2nd down and about
a mile.
Well, it's going to be 19. They marked that one off from the line of scrimmage. Now QJ is in at quarterback. Expect straight quarterback run. Instead, they give it to Murdoch. Murdoch is going to be wrapped up by Kylan Vance, and Vance pulls him down maybe 3 yards to the 35-yard line.
Vance is a tough son of a gun. I mean, he was wobbling off to the sideline. You said he was hurt last week, and he's out there making plays. He's out there absolutely hitting every single chance he gets.
Kylan Vance is one heck of a ball player. Young man, he's senior, just looking to have one last big year. And now QJ still at quarterback. He'll fake it. Now he wants to throw. He's just going to throw this one deep. Got his man out there, and what a throw and catch. Jabray makes the catch. He's going to be pulled down at the 25-yard line. Boy, oh boy, what a throw by QJ King.
And a very lucky stop there by, I believe that is number 2, Demontre Clegg. He saved 6 points there.
My goodness. You take Ringo out, and you bring your you bring little zero QJ King in there, and what's he do? He just throws a bomb to Jabray Shaw.
Well, look who's showing his face in chat. There's my dad.
Hey, man, you know you're doing it right when Dad's watching.
At least I hope so.
He'll let you know later.
Yeah.
So Ringo back in at quarterback as he'll be 5 wide. He does have 2, looks like QJ, and I can't tell who that is to his left side. 2 receivers to the left. That ball snaps high to the right. Nice catch by Ringo, but that is Michael Candler brings him down, and a little help there. Can't tell who that was. That was Big Maniac McGarrah on the help. So no gain on the play.
Number 19, Michael Candler, I believe that was, dragging him down.
You know, it's funny. I was down on the field earlier, and I walked past Michael, and I don't remember calling 19's name too many times. I looked, I was like, is he new? Because he looks way bigger than the Michael Candler I remember from last year. I hadn't seen much of Candler this year. He's getting a lot of playing time here this evening.
Looks like the Maumelle marching band's making their way to the field.
So Ringo now gets the snap, looking left all the way. He's got QJ in the seam, but he overthrew him. Hornets catch a break. Charlie Collins doing jumping jacks in the middle of the field saying, throw it to me.
He wants that ball so bad.
So 3rd and 10 now here. Give the Hornets credit. They've done good defensively. If the offense could figure out something here, this game's far from over. The defense has played really well other than, a couple long plays on 4th down.
Despite the score, the Hornets are fighting tooth and nail right now.
That's got to be a penalty. You can't move towards the line of scrimmage. They don't call it. Pierce makes the catch. He's going to be tackled at the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, but that's got to be a penalty. I don't know how you don't call that.
Can't see it on the replay here. It's a bit delayed for us.
Yeah, we're about 30 seconds behind. Is now 4th down and 5. Hornets make a big defensive change. Now Mills will go with QJ King and Murdoch in the backfield.
They were running kind of like a Canadian football shift.
Yeah. So QJ gets it. He wants to throw it over the middle. He throws it short. I think it was tipped around the line of scrimmage, and that'll be a turnover on down, and the offense will come out on the field for the Hornets. So a big stop here for the Hornets.
And the Hornets have 6 minutes left in the first half here. 6 minutes to make a statement. 6 minutes to change the face of this ball game.
Hey, and think about it. I mean, this game's basically gone Mills' way the entire first half. But if you can run 6 minutes off the clock and get in the end zone, and you get the ball after the half, that's a totally new ball game.
Absolutely.
And at that point, you start putting that pressure on this Mills team. Now, this is a Mills team that tends to really go off in the second half.
Yeah.
We saw it last week. They got down 19-0, and we're down. This team was down 10 with 4 minutes to go against Whitehall and came back to win that game 34-32. So they can go off at any time for 30, 40 points when they want. All right, so Barham, I believe that's Barham looking to take the direct snap. High snap. It's not Barham. That is Worsham trying to get the corner. Worsham around the 20, 25. He'll get 5 yards on the play, and that's a nice first down gain for the Hornets.
He is fast. If he just cut up field, he could have gotten a good first down there.
Yeah, if you can get Worsham into open field, man, he has got the speed for sure. So now quickly back. They'll go right back to that power of Worsham at quarterback.
You need to turn the volume down the PA system up here.
Worsham now he'll look to run to the right side. Oh, nice move around Collins. Now another cut. Collins trying to chase him from behind. Collins does a good job to get the tackle as Worsham gets 2 yards out to the 27-yard line.
Tell you, Worsham, when he gets the ball, he seems to be dancing too much instead of going upfield. You got to gain yards, and right now he's kind of struggling to do that, although it is still third and I believe 3.
Yeah, so
third and 4.
Worsham comes off the field. I think that's Rawls back in at quarterback. Snap is high. Rawls brings it down. Now runs to the right side. He's got a first down, finding a seam. A big tackle by Murdoch out at the 36, but that'll be an Acre Pharmacy first down.
Good run there on the quarterback keeper.
Rawls
what is he doing?
Hurt.
Oh, no.
I don't know what happened here. Rawls got up, tried to go back towards the Hornets side of
cramping.
the line of scrimmage, and then went right back down. And let's see, his Band-Aid makes his way out on the field. And Rawls may have tweaked an ankle on that play. As
Possibly.
He's walking off under his own power here with Band-Aid to his left. By the way, since you're new here, Tripp, Band-Aid is our athletic trainer. He affectionately earned that name in the state tournament a couple years ago in basketball, as our guy Carl Daugherty Jr. got a big cut right across his eye, so they Band-Aided it up, and then Carl went off the whole rest of the tournament. Carl Daugherty just he went on another level, and then in the second game, we had another guy get injured and had to be fixed up with a Band-Aid, so ever since then we've affectionately called our athletic trainer Dylan Band-Aid.
That's a legendary story right there. I like that.
High snap as Crawford brings it down, and that's a face mask. He ripped his helmet off, and he did. As Collins, thankfully, his head's not still in the helmet. And my goodness.
That was violent.
That was violent. Like, you can't do that. You've got to let that go. As Collins, that helmet went 20 yards across the field.
Who was that on the tackle?
That was Charlie Collins who ripped the – my goodness. If there's ever a double face mask call, that's it.
That ought to be like an unsportsmanlike conduct almost, too, because it's bad enough that he grabbed the face mask. It's even worse that he yanked it off his head and threw it towards the sideline.
Yeah, so most of the time when that happens, you recognize it and you let go.
Right.
He didn't just not let go. He continued to try to throw the man across the field with it. Thankfully, his head came out. We just ran this play. The officials were not ready, and that should not have been a play.
What is happening
None
here?
of our officials were set. And now we got a lot of confusion on the field. Our white hat was just now picking up his flag. There should have been no play, and now it looks like it will be no play.
No one signaled to run the clock or run the play again. I think. Are they going to bring the offense back a couple yards, or?
I think they're going to redo this from the 49-yard. It'll just be first down, no play, as they didn't have a chance to spot the ball, and then both of our officials were picking up their flags.
I tell you, Maumelle, especially after that play, I don't think they're mad. They're getting aggressive there on offense. They were ready.
All right, so we'll try this again. 1st and 10, 5 minutes to go in the first half. So the Hornets got an Acre Pharmacy first down, and now Rawls is back in at quarterback. High snap, taps it to himself.
Ball's still loose.
The ball is still loose, and I think the Hornets fell on it as Jabray Shaw lets us know with his reaction as he's frustrated they didn't come down with it. But boy, we gotta work on that as our center is struggling with the snaps. Mm-hmm. It turns out to be a 2-yard gain for the Hornets, so it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Very lucky play there to get a gain of 2. Let's see how the snap is for this one.
Now, much better snap is Rawls, but we got a flag as a PI roofing penalty is thrown.
There's one mistake after another, it seems. Love this comment here. What's going to fly off next on the field? Their shoes.
Yeah. So we got a false start on the Hornets, so back that up 5, and it'll be 2nd and 13.
I tell you, that face mask a few plays ago was kind of reminiscent of the Arkansas-Cincinnati game, although more extreme.
You're right. But, boy, I don't know that I've ever seen somebody do that.
No.
So now Rawls gets the snap. He'll go to the right side trying to find some blockers. This time Mills does a good job, nearly stripped it out of there. And so 3rd down here, and maybe got a yard. Give him 2 yards back to midfield, so it'll be 3rd and 11.
And you know emotions are high on the field right now. That Mills defense is getting feisty.
So they have this ball marked about a half-yard shy of where the sticks are and our official. I'm not sure what we're doing here. We are a good half yard shy of where it should be marked. Either way, Rawls is still a quarterback. Now Rawls gets the snap, trying to go left, looking for some blocks. Breaks a couple tackles, breaks another, makes another man miss. Look at Trevon Rawls. Rawls all the way to the 34-yard line for an Acre Pharmacy first down for the Hornets.
Attaboy, Rawls. What a run on the direct snap. You thought the entire defense was on top of him, and he just shook all of them off like they're nothing.
That was impressive. Now Joyner will come into the game as Rawls comes out, and still got to get that snap fixed as we're still struggling to get that back to our quarterback, or, well, running back. But here we go. Joyner, he'll get the snap. He's going to run to the right side. Good blocking this time, and now cuts back to the left. Bounces off of a man. He's going to be pulled down by, trying to see a number here real quick. That was number 18, I believe.
Tell you, JJ's a bowling ball right now.
That was
Every
Miles.
time he gets the ball.
Yeah, that was Miles Castor, and now we got a timeout. Mills, and they're tired of seeing this ball get shoved down their throat. Coach Lee wants a timeout to talk about it. That'll give me a minute to talk about our first down sponsor, Acre Family Pharmacy. Acre's been a big sponsor of ours from the inception, basically, of Maumelle Sports Network. We appreciate Brandon Acre and his team for sponsoring Maumelle Sports Network and supporting Maumelle Athletics. They're located at 1900 Club Manor Drive, Suite 101 in Maumelle. Give them a call at 501-274-1130 or at acrepharmacy.com. And, they're not just a pharmacy trip. If you really want to, show it out and, knock out the popcorn socks.
Oh, my goodness.
Go see my friends over at Acre.
About those as soon as I showed up to the press box thinking, okay, I got to be professional. Then I see you with popcorn socks. So that's how I know it's a little bit laid back here.
I'll tell you, I was torn. And my point is, you can get these over at Acre Pharmacy. They sell the 2 feet socks. But I was torn between popcorn, which I figured we'd have some nice popcorn here in this ball game.
I can smell it, too.
Yeah, but I was also between that or the moon. I've got some moon socks, some astronaut socks, since we're way up here on the roof. Anyway, Joyner gets a snap. Trying to find some blockers. Cuts back up the middle. He's going to be very close, about a yard shy here of the first down.
Never thought I'd have a tough decision choosing what socks to wear.
well, now I do have a bit of I started it's not really a trend yet, but I'm working on it. But the game day socks trend. And my buddy Kyle Sutherland with SB Live, he likes to join in every once in a while. They're out on the 1037 the Buzz call tonight. As now Joyner gets the snap, looking to go to the right side. He's bottled up. Let's see. This is going to depend on the spot. The spot from our near side official should be a first down, and I think it's going to be an Acre first down. Let's see.
Looked like a gain of about 2. It really depends on where they spot it here.
Let's see as the white hat steps in. That should be enough.
And it
is. That's going to be an Acre Pharmacy first down. Again, you guys, reminder to stay with us at halftime for our Acres halftime show. It'll come up directly after the bands play, so we'll have scores and stats from this one and scores from around the state. So Rawls back in at quarterback. Under 2:20 to go in the first half. Rawls gets the snap, trying to get a block, trying to get outside, and he does. Good job. Now trying to make a man miss. He does. Now he's dragging Jabray Shaw with him all the way down for another first down. Now he's still up. Powell still trying to move. And now whistles blow, and that should be enough for another Acre Pharmacy first down. It's going to be really close. He needed the 14, and I think he got the 14. I think he got the 13.
Looked like.
And it is. That's enough.
15
that's another Acre Pharmacy first down for the Hornets.
Rawls is running like a cheat code right now for this offense.
Now Rawls gets the snap. He's going to run to the right side. Now cuts inside. Nice cut into the inside the 10. It'll be second down after the gain of 3.
Mills are lucky that he got tripped up there. He saw that hole, and he saw nothing but that yellow end zone.
Boy, Coach Burcham and Coach Moppin might be finding something here in the absence of Weston Pierce, as now Joyner's going to come in and take the direct snap. 90 seconds to go in the first half. Joyner gets the snap. He tries to go between his blockers. Now cuts outside. Nice cut inside. And
Flag
get him down to the
here.
6. A late PI roofing penalty, and that is not in the area we want to see it in. So we'll see what this call is.
Threw the flag as the whistle was being blown, so could be a defensive call, but I can't tell.
Well, they're looking this way. It's going to be a hold on the Hornets.
The last second hold, I guess.
It's a tough break there. They'll walk this one off from the 10. So that'll walk it back to the 20. And that'll make it second down and 17. So So now you get yourself behind the sticks. Not a situation you want in with this offense the way it's running tonight. Joyner gets the direct snap, looking to his right side. They block up Collins. As Joyner gets to the 15-yard line, that'll bring up 3rd and 12.
I like this offensive unit that Maumelle is running right now. They're rotating in Rawls and Joyner back and forth after a few plays. And I tell you, both guys have been having impressive runs. Every time they get the ball, they just need to get into the end zone.
So Rawls will check back in as Joyner may have been banged up on that play. Joyner's fought injuries all season as well, so let's hope that he's okay as he comes off. Now Rawls going to the left side. Nice cut. Rawls to the 10, inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That's where it'll be blown dead with 38 seconds. Clock's still running.
They were still tackling them as the whistle was blowing.
Let's see what Coach Maupin does. They can let this thing run down. I'd let it run down to about 10 seconds and then call timeout. You've got one timeout left.
Offense is still.
But that way, if you don't get in the end zone, you at least, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to let this clock run down, and then they'll call a timeout.
The play clock has not restarted.
Well, it wouldn't. 10 seconds. Well, are we going to call the timeout?
What's happening here? 2, 1.
Now they do call the timeout with
1 second left.
With a second. 0.2 is what's reading on the clock. With about a second. I kept waiting. I was like, are we going to call timeout?
Yeah.
Or are we just going to go to the half?
You'd think they might reset the clock to at least 1.5 and not keep it at 0.2, but.
So we are pretty good at kicker. I almost wonder if you wouldn't go ahead and bring the kicker in just to get that confidence of putting points on the scoreboard. You get the ball after the half. You still need 2 full scores and 2 two-point conversions. So really a field goal could help you out here if you can continue to play as well defensively in the second half.
That's a good point, but it seems that the same offensive unit for Maumelle is still on the field. And there's no kicker warming up or getting set to kick any here. So I think that Maumelle is going to go for a last-second touchdown here to end this first half.
Let's see. Timmons looks like is in there to take. No, they're going to kick this as Timmons is going to hold and Gurney is going to try the field goal.
They fooled me.
So this will be from the 15. Boy, that's a short snap. It's going to be a 25-yard kick. Snap is low. Timmons gets it up, and boy, that ball wasn't even close. Never had a chance. As it's low, skims across, no good. And that'll be the last play of the first half as the Hornets couldn't quite get on the board here. And that'll do it for our first half of play. Join us here in just a few minutes for our Akel's halftime show here on the Natural State Sports.
From all of us at Akel's Carpet One,
let's go Hornets!
We make it beautiful.
For less. From all of us at Akel's Carpet One,
let's go Hornets!
We make it beautiful.
For less.
All right, welcome back, Hornet fans, to the Ackles Carpet One halftime show. We appreciate everybody joining us tonight, and we are going to let you guys enjoy our bands here during our Ackles halftime show, and we'll be back with about 7 minutes to go before half to give you stats from this one as well as scores from around the state. We appreciate you guys joining us on Natural State Sports. Enjoy our Ackles halftime show.
By our drum majors, seniors Josh Brenenberg and Ainsley Atchison. Drum majors, is the band ready to take the field in performance? The field is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, the Maumelle High School Marching Band. Your attention please. Your attention please. Will the owner of the vehicle license plate MKAJIL please move your vehicle which is blocking traffic. If it is not removed, it will be towed. Again, that is vehicle